Isn't this soundtrack just amazing? Welcome back, guys, to another stream. Some LORKHAN music replacer. I don't know, this is kind of like almost got crossed between Elder Scrolls and Dark Souls. This is the Elder Souls or the Dark Scrolls. One or the other. It's so good, though. I like that the majority of the music is like really lore friendly. But then like it takes like just that one little extra step outside of it. What's up, Chris? What's up, Oranges? I think my randomized main menu mod is broken because it keeps showing that same main menu every time. Okay, last we left off, we completed White River Watch. We have to go turn in bounty. I actually don't think I'm doing anything else over here, so I'm just gonna go and fast travel here. We're gonna go turn in the bounty. I was gonna go fight Rigel, but I don't really think there's a point because there's nothing in her armor that I really care about. I think. I was just thinking. I gotta check something real quick. I need to check something real quick. All right, that's fine. I forgot we were going to get the Shadow Green armor set, so we're not really going to be doing Dark Brotherhood look very long. So yeah, hold on. Let me remove something real quick. I was going to use a mod with Skyrim outfit system, but I'm actually not going to be using that now. I was going to use the Shadow Scale Reborn armor. But we're not going to be using the Dark Brotherhood armor for very long. The build is Bound Crossbow, which is a test plugin right now. It's not officially out. Bound Crossbow with Spirit Summons. And maybe Alteration. Not fully decided if we're going to go Alteration, but probably. And then Evasion. We're a Bosmer Atronach Stone following Clavica's Vial. The idea behind the build, well, one, I've been wanting a bound crossbow for years now. Finally have one coming out potentially. It does seem that there are some bugs with it, so we'll have to see if it ends up working out or not. The bugs I think are primarily caused by non-exploitable crossbow reload mod. But if everything works out, we may or may not get an actual add-on for, or like added to ftweaks, or at the very least, maybe just like an add-on plugin for it. Bound light armor. Oh, scared for a second. I'm home alone right now, and I just heard a loud thump from my living room. It's my Roomba going off. The bound armor spell is not heavy armor. So there's no need for a bound light armor. And the bound shield can be heavy or light depending on if you single cast it or dual cast it. Yeah, so our main idea is Demo. I was on a Acidic's stream the other day, and Demo, I think it was Demo that commented this, that you can use Clavica's Vial's Bitter Blessing, or not the Bitter Blessing, but the Summoning Pact, which makes your spells cost like 3 times as much but last an insane amount longer. And then you can cast your summon and then sleep to get your magic back, and you still have like a good amount of time on the summon. Now, my big brain idea was that I was going to get Frost Troll, and then I was going to summon a couple Frost Trolls. Turns out Frost Troll's an expert spell instead of apprentice or adept, which I vaguely remember that change happening. I just kind of forgot about it, so rather unfortunate, but that's all right. We just get to use Saber Cat. But Frost Troll is going to be really good because Frost Troll will heal itself. I don't know why I keep saying Frost Troll. I think it's just Bound or Spirit Troll. Just Troll in general.
I serve Jarl. Excellent. You've done us a great service.
Okay.
Here is your reward.
Kind of like I'm playing ESO with like my companion animal with me. So we don't worry about that. Bear's loud as shit. I think we're just leveling up. Marksman. Need one more level so I can get the dodge perk. And then we're going to Dark Brotherhood after this. It's so cool. I love this idea of just having like a little companion animal.
Need something?
I always wanted the...
Where do you want to go?
I always wanted the command animal power to like turn animals into followers, and I wanted to have like animal followers, but I think this is even cooler. Let's see here. Going to the rift. Although he's being extra fucking noisy today. I don't know what's going on.
You'll want to watch yourself in Riften. A lot of ways to get yourself in trouble in that town.
You're gonna be extra busy if you can't even watch YouTube anymore. Dang, Chris. But I definitely hear you. I know how that is. What type of summons you prefer? Undead spirits or Atronox? It just depends on what you mean by defer. Like gameplay wise, undead is like definitely the better one. You can't beat raising ebony vampires in late game. I think spirits are most consistent in their utility throughout the whole game until like end game. I do find that they're less useful than undead or Daedra, and I feel like the Daedra aren't as useful early on, but are very useful late game. But I was watching a Acidic stream the other day, and he had freaking the spirit fire, or not spirit, but the it's considered a Daedra, but the fireworm. That thing was putting in fucking work. So I might have to try Daedras again and try out the fireworm.
After my work at the fishery?
Spirit werewolf is really good. Brood mother is really good. Brute crab is actually really good. But the Daedra summons are definitely going to be like hitting harder. And if you're going raising dead, then you know, ebony vampire. It's just the most broken of all the conjuration is resurrecting ebony vampires. Using undead summons, we did that. That was pretty fun. They're pretty strong. They're harder to keep alive though. Yeah, I could imagine getting like 2 fireworms. I didn't realize how strong fireworm was. I just remember seeing that fireworm was like a reskin of Ice Wraith, and I was like, this has to be the most useless summon possible if it fights like an Ice Wraith, but it has some AoE to it, so it actually is pretty strong. A summon Todd spell. That's console command. That's console magic. I wouldn't be surprised. I think I have to play around with them, but I wouldn't be surprised if the fireworms probably need like a slight reduction. Because the thing with summons is you want them to be good, but you don't want them to be so overpowered, because then it really does take the fun out of it. Like you don't mind the late game summons being overpowered because they kind of have to be at that point.
Sure.
Why am I fucking bouncing?
Come back and see us again.
You know, I'm doing a druid type build, raising animals. Hey now, I had that idea a while back. Oops, I'm falling through. I was gonna do a Bosmer Dread Archer type of build, but raising undead, but only raising animals. Because I wanted to try to see if raising dead could be less overpowered if you restrict it to certain animal types. So the main thing we were gonna go for is werewolves in the companion's quest, because you find a few dead werewolves. So my plan was to be getting those werewolves, resurrecting those for once we get Dark Infusion.
Let me know if there's anything
Oh,
else.
summons hate the evoker effigy change. Now it's minus 20% damage for bosses when your Asherah inevitably dies. Never seen someone playing use Spirit Werewolf is really good. This reminds me of... That's crazy. Someone's being able to drop 4 Dragon Priests. Evoker effigy. I'd have to look at it. What does it do now? I'm looking it up right now. Increase the strength of... Oh, otherwise reduce that. Yeah. Forces you to have a elemental summon up. Okay. I think we can take Spirit Wolf off in place of Spirit Saber Cat. I think we can put this here.
Got the coin? Otherwise, hit the road.
We have an hour on him. Oh, that's fucking great, dude. Oh my god. We have a whole fucking hour on Spirit Sabercat after resting. Summon cheese spell is needed if you play worse for sure. Yeah. Or had a Spirit Mammoth. Ooh, Spirit Mammoth would be a good one, but that would just like break interior cells. Also, this is my bound armor replacer. Thanks to gosh. I have to pull up his name. I have to pull it up now. Can't think of it off the top of my head. Where is he? He goes by Lens on Discord, but he has a different name on YouTube. Yeah, so I think... well, so here's the thing. If we get the Spiritualist effigy, these would be lasting roughly 30 minutes after summoning them, but I'd be able to summon 2 of them, which is probably good enough as well. The Spirit Troll is pretty good. Yeah, I like the bound armor replacer. This is a lot less... I mean, it's like slightly intrusive in first person, but not like too bad. It's not terrible. I like it better than the armor, like just clipping on your character constantly.
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine farmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims each.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Here's the real problem with bound crossbow. We are loaded. Okay. Recall minions.
legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
So the good thing is with a bound armor, we have 2 bound weapon perks. When we get to level 9, we'll get the second one. That right now I think we have 10% damage reduction, and then we'll have 15% after the next perk. Sun Battle Axe. I think the Sun two-handed weapons are not nearly as good, but they are a little bit more interesting. I find Sun weapons, like the one-handed weapons, kind of boring. I think Sunlight Bow is the most fun to play, but it still can be rather underwhelming. I would check the website for the full benefits. There's a lot. Because it's also dependent on what type of summon you have out. Like, I think we're getting magic resistance right now. I think we're getting 10 magic resist. So we get magic resist with spirit summons. Daedra gives you regen. Undead gives you movement speed, maybe? I know having a bound weapon out gives you movement speed. Because bound armor lowers your movement speed by 10. But when you have a bound weapon out, it increases your movement speed slightly. And in the later tiers, you end up with a higher amount of movement speed, or at least it like breaks even, I think, later on. No 50% ring this time. Oh, Powder of Frost. Interesting. Oh my gosh. I might just have to drop this and hope that we just never have an issue and have to like reload. If we ever have that issue come up, we'll just have to spawn in a crossbow to reload it properly. Ooh, holy frame rate. What the heck is PDR? Yeah, I knew Daedra was magic regen. PDR. I'm trying to think what that could possibly stand for. I'm sure it'll be obvious once you tell me what it is. Physical damage reduction. Ah, gotcha. Oh, it's additional physical damage reduction for undead. Because you already get physical damage reduction already.
Is someone there?
Oh yeah, we have the ranger effigy, so the closer we are, the more damage we're going to be doing. Oops. Oh, I didn't expect him to be right there already. I was waiting to see if he could get a little closer.
Victory's yours, I submit!
Level 19 Vagrant. Jeez. Aw, sure, Grip. I feel like I always get freaking archery when I'm never playing archers, and the one time I'm playing an archer, I don't get archery. I was about to say, why didn't that collect the other coin purses? But that time it did. I don't think we have enough. Nah, even with Fortify effects, we wouldn't be able to get there. Ooh, an Elven War Axe. I will take that, actually, just because that is a bit lighter weight. And it looks cool. And fashion is the most important. Oh my god, that thing is fucking huge. I think you could replicate this build with a bound light bow now. The only thing this build was missing before was the light weaponry, being able to move quick on your feet. So I think now that we have bound light bow just in base F-Tweaks, you could do the same build with a bound light bow and get very similar results. The only main difference would be your stamina is probably slightly worse, since you have to drain your stamina in order to aim, whereas this one drains their stamina while reloading.
Will get an extra beating.
So you can kind of be a little safer with your stamina usage on a crossbow.
Victory is yours. I submit.
But you have the added bonus of the crossbow not glitching out, or the regular bow not glitching out and being able to use it normally.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor
Rare
from
trinkets
relics.
and the finest oddities from Laurel.
And all this could be yours.
What kind of fool plays with fire like that? See for yourself.
I guess it's like coded as fire for some reason. Oh, we need these. Oh, we could use these. Fucking carry weight enchantments. Oh my god, she has all the carry weight enchantments. RXV rolling over in his grave. Seeing all these carry weight enchantments.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
And the highest quality in Skyrim. Elixir for sale. Live for thousands of years. See into other people's thoughts.
Damn. Now that's a ring. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty tempting. I might actually go ahead and buy this.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Laurel.
You say before that 200 stat and perks are affected. I made the joke that technically all weapon perks affect sun weapons. It's just that sun weapons do a physical damage of 1. So, you know, 20% of 1 is 1.2 damage. So you get 0.2 damage out of it. But the main perks that you get that affect sun weapons would be like power attack cost reductions and attack speed.
Learn a library's worth of knowledge in moments, or grow back that missing limb with my genuine Falmer blood elixir.
but bound weapons do physical damage, so their damage comes from their physical side. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this, because 30 stamina is actually pretty decent. I don't need all these freaking healing poultices. I'll just keep a few. I'm not going to use those. I got tons of fortify potions. Jeez. Regen potions. See, playing Bosmer is when you got to be careful about how many like utility items you're carrying. Like, how much food am I holding on to? How many scrolls? How many potions? I need to not be carrying all this stuff.
Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
Well, we could go do Bethalth, I guess, real quick. For the bounty.
Hey, you, get over here.
Yeah, and the new bundle of arrows helps a lot. But we're bound weapons, so at least our arrows don't weigh anything, or our bolts. But the problem with the bound crossbow that the bound bow doesn't have is that I had to add weight to the bound weapon itself in order for non-exploitable crossbow reload to drain stamina when reloading. So because of that, when we cast our bound weapon, it does weigh. No, we're not going to be using alchemy on this build.
So many.
No crafting at all on this build, actually. I need to put that on.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Feel a little comfier with the added stamina here. If we don't do... Let's see here. I still have him on 4. He's on 67. We'll do that. Where do I hear this wolf coming from? Oh my gosh. Like hard. I'm surprised the saber cat's able to hit him from this angle. I sure as fuck wasn't about to hit him. Doesn't seem as often that I see you go for pure mage builds. We do mage every now and again, but usually hybrids are more interesting to me. Pure builds get pretty boring. Like we just did the unarmed build, and that was basically, you know, pure melee. No real magic involved other than using like the staves very seldomly, and gets boring pretty quick. Can't imagine this build stays very interesting for too long. But I did want to try out bound crossbow, so... Somehow the wolf didn't take damage, but the lunge did knock him over. I am very curious to see how well we can take on Spriggans. Because one of our big challenges that we're going to have pretty soon is going to be a Spriggan boss fight. I wanted to wait till after we get shrouded armor so we have some poison resistance. And then I'm going to see about buying a poison resist potion just to be extra safe. The really nice thing about doing this Clavicus Vial cheesy summon strat is that at least we get the bonus from having our summon out more frequently than having to like recast it constantly. Spriggans can drain you pretty quick if you don't have good poison resist. I don't like when the sound delays that much. Angarvoon's a dungeon we're going to want to do after we get the next bound weapons perk, which is about to happen pretty soon. But this level up does need to go, this perk needs to go into evasion. Poisons have their regen, not as good as fire, but still helpful. Oh, good to know. I'll probably use some burning oils. So hopefully we can find some. If not, we'll have to buy some. Or I could just put some poisons on my crossbow. I might have to go fight some Falmer first. Might be worth doing that to try to get some of their poisons. Alright, I'm not actually going to do Angarvund here. I'm just going to discover the location for later. Okay, there we go. The only thing with the Spirit Spider is that it's pretty frail. I think next update, the Potent Spirit Spider will be better because currently it doesn't become like the next larger tier spider. It might still get increased stats, but it doesn't become the bigger spider. It feels pretty frail. So we'll see. Yeah, we got that dodge perk. Now I can play a little safer in close range. That was another reason why I really wanted to get that stamina necklace. Just because if we're going to be spamming dodge around, then I want to not run out of stamina so quickly. Bound crossbow is currently a test plugin. It's not been officially released or anything. And it's not specifically testing for ftweaks inclusion, just for generic add-on. I don't know if it's something that'll get included because it does seem to have some issues with non-exploitable crossbow reload, and that's a pretty prominent mod in most 3bfTweaks and Requiem playlists. But I fear that there is no way around it. That was actually a pretty good shot. I feel like occasionally I just get like a good shot in, but not super frequently. Just occasionally. Most of the time I'm just fucking missing a standing still target. I hit the hard shots, but miss the easy ones. I feel like that's just the classic experience though, right? You hit those crazy drag shots that you would have died if you didn't hit, and then you have a guy that's like standing still and you miss him 3 times and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with me? This is where I just was, right? Yeah, pretty sure. There's nothing much else going on over here. Not really close to anything important. We could go up to Iverstead, I guess. Oh, actually, let's see if we can go up to Iverstead and take the boat to Windhelm. I don't know if you can do that, the way the waterfalls are. Not a ton. One character that I was really salty about losing to a trap was I did like a probably level 1, level 2, level 3, somewhere around there, run at what's that place called? Pine Watch to get Rigel's armor, and grueling fight. Got all the way through it, and then I get to the treasury room and I stepped on the trap and it just died immediately, and I was like, fuck me. I did the hard part and died to the stupid shit. Okay, that went through him. We all saw that. See, this is why we play with the ranger effigy, because our summons will keep them distracted. And we can get in close with the snipes. What's up, PT?
Where are you headed?
Yeah, so he'll only take you to these two. It makes sense, because to get to Windhelm, you'd have to go down the,
All right.
you have to go down the waterfall. You have to go over here. Yeah, you'd be going upstream. Wait. I don't fucking know where these water routes go. I don't know. I think we're just gonna have to... We'll go ahead and collect our bounty, and then we'll go take the carriage to Windhelm. Well, that's why I was getting confused, Mark, because I was like, I'm pretty sure you have to go down a waterfall if you're going towards Windhelm, but then I was thinking, but the water flows down from Windhelm, so I don't know which way the fucking water's going. Is there a hand-placed Daedric quarterstaff? There is. I think it's in the chest inside Volsteig. I could be wrong. We just went there on our unarmed build, and I feel like the Daedric item that was there was the quarterstaff. I don't know if that's on the 3bfTweaks site. It might be.
Have our scouts come up with any information on these reports of dragons?
Yes, milady. That unpleasantness at Helgen, supposedly. Welcome. Excellent. You've done us a great service.
I want you to speak
Here's
to the
your
city
reward.
guard.
Here's your
Make sure
reward.
Welcome in Riften, as long as you continue to obey our law. Yes, milady. I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage.
Okay, it's time to go to Vindhelm. PT, if you want to check, not the last episode, but the second to last episode that we streamed for the unarmed build, if you just scrub through it real quick until you see us fighting the Dragon Priest, right after I kill the Dragon Priest, I go inside the room there and open the chest. I think it was the quarterstaff. You can double check the stream VOD and see. Black Widow Spirit that has 2 times stronger poison. What? What are you talking about, Max? Wolverine cat? Yeah. Oh, I see. You didn't finish what you're saying.
Yes?
I'm pretty sure it was the quarterstaff. We're going to Yeast
Going
March.
straight through, or did you climb and
Feeling
back?
very
We'll be
yeasty.
off. Windhelm's a
Okay,
bit cold
I need
for
to
my
put
taste.
on my
I ain't
freaking
talking about the weather.
Skyrim mod list page here. Let's see here.
Are ya?
Edit. What's that called? Carriage prices. All right, our summon has ended. There's something else I was going to check. I don't remember now. Oh yeah, I want to check something real quick. Do a little save. Shadow cloak. Scroll of shadow cloak.
Is that magic? Careful, please.
Alright, it still does this ugly ass shader. But it goes away, right? It is the world's worst shader that I've ever seen in my life. I don't like the blinking. That's something that definitely needs to get removed. Good old iPhone notepad. I just open up my notes on my iPad on my iPhone, and I just go into the notes, and I just have a note titled Skyrim mod list, and I just have like 4 sections on there: add, edit, remove. Wait. Oh yeah, add, edit, bugs, remove, and test. And I just make lists of stuff that I need to do. Do you plan to make mod lists? No, I'm not gonna be making no mod list. That is something I have 0 interest in doing. I don't build my list with the intentions of making it Wabbajack downloadable, so basically have to build it from the ground up. I don't know how to do all that stuff. Don't care to learn. Don't feel like maintaining a list. I can barely keep my own G-Tweaks mod up to date. So definitely not going to be making a list.
And you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
We haven't taken a side because there's no more fight.
Get my full movement speed back.
Algrith won't give us a straight answer.
What's up, Antag? Welcome in.
Come around. Don't be so sure of that.
I don't know why I came in here. Actually didn't need anything from in here. We need to go this way. Hold on. Okay. Those look like big old blob textures for a moment. Damn, it's fucking dark in here.
Then it's true, what everyone is saying.
I'm always surprised how dark it looks when I'm playing with vanilla lighting.
Please, how long must I do this? I keep praying.
Also, I was going to include my...
Sweet mother, send your child unto me for
checking the way those shadows are working.
He must be baptized in blood and fear.
I was going to include my mod list in the description, just so you guys could see like my plugins and everything.
Of course.
But both Mod Watch and Load Order Library are not fucking working. So.
Oh, and please take this as payment. It's an old family heirloom, supposed to be pretty valuable. It should fetch you a nice price. Thank you again.
Yeah, I think building lists, like building personal lists off of Wabbajack lists is like the way to go. Even off of speed tweaks, like it doesn't take too much to make it graphically look nice. It can be frustrating, like having conflicts and trying to make things work 100%. If you don't like dealing with that, then 100% just go with like La La Land or whatever, and then remove all the stuff you don't like and do that. Or just play those lists as they are. But I am particular about the way I like the game to be. I like it to be a vanilla plus look and feel. That's why we have vanilla Sky UI, vanilla looking HUD for the most part. I mean, not like the location of everything, but as far as like the UI elements, the designs. What's up, Slug? Oh, that was bound armor. Oops. I don't have enough to cast this now. Well, I have to be a little cheesy with it, I guess. Wow. Even not enough to cast it then either. A little scary. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I could have used Bitter Blessing for Magicka, then been able to cast it. Oh well. Yep, my most of my graphical, I mean, obviously I have like textures downloaded, but I don't do parallax or PBR or any of that stuff. Don't even have Dendulod. I might look at doing like a light version of Dendulod, just so it doesn't look like super bad from a distance. But I don't want anything crazy taxing. My main issue though with Skyrim is it doesn't perform very well on my CPU. And the only way I can upgrade my CPU to a CPU that would perform well is if I replace my whole motherboard. And yeah, I don't really feel like doing that, so we're just gonna rock with what we have. I might have to mess with Beth I and see if I can make it look a little better. Maybe I can avoid the Dendulod. The Lord of Dendus. I don't know why, but I've just always gone to that bed after doing, or to join the Dark Brotherhood, even like in vanilla back in the day, because you'd go in there, you'd turn in the quest, you'd run down the road, do that. One of your first targets is right there, so then you have a fast travel point.
Does it matter? You're warm.
Oh, what's in the
dry,
fucking chest up
and
there?
Still half of Skyrim. Oh, but don't. But there is a kill you.
I'm excited to see these changes here.
Now it's time to face the consequences of your actions. You don't leave this shack until someone dies.
That's pretty cool painting we have here. It's SFW, right? That's totally safe for work. Okay, so the chest was put up there, I think, so that you can't climb up there, maybe?
The anticipation is killing me. Can you figure out who has the contract? Which one will you choose?
I'm curious to see if the levels of cheese prevention has paid off, or if there is still a way to cheese it, because I feel like you might still be able to get on top of this. And if you can get up there, then you can definitely cheese it with a crossbow.
Can you figure out who has the contract? Which one will you choose?
I can hear you talking out there.
I am kind of curious. So we are going to join the Dark Brotherhood. I am just kind of curious to see if we could still cheese her by going around this. Oh, she has a crossbow? Oh, she does have a crossbow. You're right. I wonder if she would use it in this range. All right, I made a save. We're going to reload. I don't care if I die from this because we're not obviously counting that. Because even if I do manage to kill her, we're just going to reload because we're actually joining the Dark Brotherhood. But I am curious. Her being invisible definitely makes this fucking harder. I can't see her.
Well done.
Oh, cheesable still. You guys are just gonna have to remove the fucking table. Oh my god. Just remove the fucking table already. I couldn't even fucking see her. Get the table out of here. Good lord. Oh, that is just hysterical. Oh, you can definitely get up there still. She has a breakable crossbow, too. I feel like, I don't know. Just gonna have to get rid of the table. Two Nords and a Khajiit walk into a shack.
Well, well. When questioned by the Black Door, answer with the... I'll see you at home.
I like the killing the Emperor part of it, though. That part is definitely fun. I think going on the Kataraya is pretty cool. What a... Definitely not the Love Shack. It might have been. Oh yeah, I forgot. I could have done this too. Fuck no. We're getting away from that. I was going to fight the Charis, but I will not be fighting... I'm going to be fighting no mages. Especially not fireball slinging mages. Not with my 12 magic resist. Also gotta be careful because werewolves can spawn in this area. Get your free cheese here. No, I have not, Snow. There's really no point. I don't care what anybody says. They're like, oh, I know Ghoul Smasher's a big proponent of doing light armor and heavy armor, mixed armor, but there is literally no benefit. Aside from when you're like level 1 and just don't have all the perks, but maybe you want a little more additional armor rating. But heavy armor is definitely all in or nothing. You're not getting a benefit from... You're not getting any of the good benefits unless you have all the pieces. That I don't know, PT. Yeah, that's fine, Slug. You do you, man. I don't really know if there's much of a reason to have incentives for mixing armor. I just feel like it doesn't really make sense anyways. Alright, I'm gonna swap out. Look at that. I was just saying the other day in freaking acidic stream that I've never seen a tempered scimitar here. Maybe I have. Maybe I lied. Here we are. We have one. Unless you have some mod that does that, PT, it shouldn't be the case.
You'll be so much easier to work with, dead.
No more! I yield! I
Lucky hit.
Oh my god, not terrible time for double reload.
That's all you've got.
Oh, what did I say earlier about missing the easy shots when they're fucking standing still? Oh, he's got a saber instead of a scimitar. I didn't even realize they could spawn with the saber. This is a F-Tweaks inclusion, but the model's a little low res. Scimitar is stronger though.
I'm gonna start keeping a knife in my boot. Time to get this out.
There's not much of a point in going down the IRL rabbit hole though.
Please don't kill me.
Ah, bastard!
All right, Sabercat sucks in interiors. Good to know. Thought he just pounced at me because I pissed him off. By sleeping. Right now, sleeping. Later on, probably alteration.
I cannot best you.
Oh, actually, that will be for the Spriggan fight, and that will also be for the Spriggan fight. Well, boy, am I glad I came here then. Alright, we're gonna try the quest for selling them. We're supposed to be able to do that. Ooh, next level up is going to be really big. After we get the next level up, we can go fight undead if we wanted to. Which I might not mind doing early dragons on this build so that we can get shouts early and start using Predator's Might. Fucking blob of fire from the lighthouse looks terrible. Wicked Stone for in-game quarterstaff build. Using Mason is really honest right now. I want to change sound. Are you using infusions? If you're using infusions, I would probably just stay Mage Stone, to be honest. If you're not using infusions and you're using other magic schools for defense or for damage, then I would say late to end game Atronach with Julianos Absorb Magic enchantment. You can get upwards of like 100 plus magic absorb on a quarter or battle staff. So if you have like a pool of, you know, 700-800 magicka, you only have to hit an enemy like 8 times to get a full magicka bar, which is pretty nuts. Well, infusions are in the enchanting tree. So the thing is, you could use infusions with the magic absorb even on Atronach, but I feel like at that point you're probably just better off using Mage Stone. Unless you want to be managing turning infusions on and off when you need to actually absorb magic versus just using the absorb magicka enchantment as your use for infusions. I don't know what the calculations are, but infusions are pretty decently strong. You also get some AoE out of them, which is pretty good. And the staves and quarter staves get infusion boost from the perks, if I remember correctly. So even if you do go infusions, maybe going late game Atronach with min-maxed enchanting Julianos absorbing magicka is probably still worth it. Oh, we're going to the sanctuary. I wonder if the beds in the sanctuary are going to give us well rested. If only an annihilation enchantment worked with dual enchantment. I mean, you could still probably do like dual enchantment, 1 absorb magicka, 1 elemental fury with infusions on. That'd probably do really good fucking damage.
Tools, wares, and weapons, all for sale at fair prices.
No, it's just straight magic damage. But some of the later perks let you like bypass parts of magic resist, which makes it really strong. I don't think chilling oil is ever really going to be that necessary. Should I just go ahead and buy an effigy now? Sure.
May your road lead you to warm.
We just need to get Grand Soul Gem now.
Good evening. Where do you want to go?
Good evening. We are going to LORKHAN.
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats?
I wonder if
Heat, I think they call themselves. I hear there's
after even at any point once you join the Dark Brotherhood, if you can still kill Nazir, or if he's like super protected, like you can't do it. Also wonder if the others will like heavily attack you if you do that. That is definitely something worth testing. It'd be really important for my pirate build, because his armor is armor you'd want for mid-game before getting Deathbrand. You'd rush Kamatu's, then go for his. I'm thinking, I feel like we should move the Wind Shear Scimitar, and we should actually give it to Nazir to have on his person. But then if you go to do the Kataraya, it's still there. Like, we just give him a second copy. So this way, if you decide to destroy the Dark Brotherhood, you can still get Wind Shear. Because at that point, then my pirate build would just destroy the Dark Brotherhood.
Ah, at last. I hope you found the place all right.
Again. Do the part where he tries to buy you some candy.
Okay, wait. Here we go. Oh.
So I'm confused. What was the point of moving this? Did they think that if they moved it further in, it would force you to start the quest for divine blessing purposes? Because you can definitely just ignore Astrid's dialogue and keep moving. Go grab them. I still haven't completed with friends like these.
Very good, very good. Mine's dark down here. Oh, but you're so beautiful.
Was that the thought?
Your teeth. No.
Oh, that's badass.
So bad, but you are so wicked.
What about you, Festus? How did that last contract turn out?
Oh, yes. Please, old man. Regale us with your tales of wizardry.
Yeah, I would definitely start with stronger builds. Who the fuck is this supposed to be? I would definitely stick with stronger builds, like doing like a red guard warrior or something like along those lines. A Nord warrior is really good. Two-handed heavy armor orc, stuff like that. So these don't give well-rested bonus. That's sad. I can read the tenants.
But now he's dead, and I have a new loincloth.
So the shrouded cowl was over there, but that's the maskless one. Where's the extra shrouded armor pieces, or do they get rid of that? They might have just gotten rid of those when they moved them. It was kind of redundant. Speed Tweaks is pretty bare bone. Oh, this looks really nice. That is super fucking high res. Speed Tweaks is pretty bare bones. It does add a couple things, like Ghoul Smasher's Sneak Magic add-on, which I do have in this list too, because I do want to try a Sneak Mage at some point. So I think that'd be fun. A fun, unique way. Oh, look at that. See, it's so cool. Just love the paintings. I don't know. They're so neat. I feel like it just adds some personality to Skyrim. Or personality to, like, locations, I mean. I thought there was 2 chests up here. 2 chests. Guess not. Alright, so I guess you can't get Dark Brotherhood, or you can't get the Shrouded Armor until you join, but you can technically still get the Shrouded Robes without completing with friends like these quests. So I'm going to have to check and see what their intention was. Because if they're wanting you to not be able to get the gear without completing the quest, then technically you can still get
at last
the robes.
You found the place all right.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the armor was moved anywhere.
Ah, at last. I hope you found the place all right. This, as you can... Ah, but one last thing.
We're talking about the paintings, PT? I just like the paintings. I don't know. I like it. They're neat.
The armor of the Dark Brotherhood.
You could just change the robes to only be added with the armor as well. I think that would be a fine change. Boom. Yeah, now our stats are looking pretty damn good.
So you're, if you're still, and more, you can turn each one in as it's complete, brother. When you've completed all those, we'll see if I might have some more.
I didn't realize Hulk Hogan was a Dark Brotherhood member.
My friend, best get to it.
All right, testing purposes, real quick. I gotta see. Let me just do this because. Well, actually, no. I want to see if they attack. So let me just toggle God mode then. Okay. Nobody's attacking me. Okay, so now they're pissed. I wonder if I kill him. Okay. If I put my weapons away, are you guys still pissed off? Yes, you are. Can you loot him? Yes, you can. So 50% frost resist, 60 stamina 2, and 22% helmet. But you're not going to be cheesing that, that's for sure. Now I'm only curious if you were to kill him before you piss him off. Like if you were to like one-shot him with like a sneak dagger or something. Set AV health 1. I guess you have to hit him twice because he will always go down to one knee first, giving you the chance to not kill him. Good to know. So there is no way around it. So the thing is, though, you could join the Dark Brotherhood, I guess complete everything and then kill him for his armor, but yeah. I think putting wind shear on him, that would be the way to do it. If you start the quest that to destroy the Dark Brotherhood, then have a script run that adds wind shear to his inventory. There we go. That's how you do it. We should give her a unique crossbow. She should have like an ebony crossbow. Well, no, never mind, because then you fucking kill her and you take an ebony crossbow early game. Never mind. So the thing with the poison is it would only drop him to one knee. It wouldn't outright kill him. All right, now that we have the shrouded armor, it's time to actually get our next upgrade. And once we get our next upgrade, it's time to get our backup crossbow. It's like one nice thing about having bound crossbow. There's not a lot of gear upgrades for crossbows. So having the bound one and not having to worry about it is nice. Oh, we're so close. I'm like ready to use my graders to get that level. For what we're about to do actually is worth it. Maybe. We're just never going to get perks into marksman. Higher damage, better armor penetration, treated as silver. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Cost 15% less, 5 times further away. Not as important. Oh, look at me, Dark Brotherhood member, just strolling around town. So we've got 36 stamina, 16% range damage, which is nice, 50% poison resist, 30 more stamina, 20 health, 20% harder to detect, and 9% armor pen. Like, honestly, really solid fucking set for early game. Armor rating, non-existent. Armor trait, better sneaking. Delacourt.
Well, hey, that's not something you see every day.
Well met.
Trinkets,
Well, you don't see a
odds and
Dark
ends, that
Brotherhood
sort of
member with bound armor on every other day. I might need this, actually. I think we're going to take that. Because when we go for our backup weapon, we're going to need some protection from range damage. And that gives him enough gold for us to be able to sell our stuff that we need to sell. Alright, we're going to go check the Alchemist and see if we can't get a Vigor potion.
Got something for just about everyone in here. Give a holler if you haven't... someone new. Take a look.
Constitution. Ooh. That's expensive. I think we'd be fine with this one, though, right? Because it puts us in 94. I wish I had enough to buy that one.
Mm-hmm.
Could probably go kill some bandits locally, but nah, it's okay. Yeah, it is Eagle. It's just funny because I'm also, you know, Dark Brotherhood clothing, bound armor wearing. Trying to jump in the carriage, bud.
Where do you want to go?
I guess we don't have to do that. We can just... So next perk goes into Conjuration, and then I think we can finally stop putting perks into Conjuration for a while.
Sure thing. It's your... I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Remember,
and then we can
welcome
start
to the winking skeever, friend.
Putting perks into...
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men
into
came by and left us a
Marksman.
bounty letter. Need anything, you just say the word.
I like the noble furniture. Alright, Summoning Pact, Saber Cat.
Brilliant. Let me know if there's...
Dang, that costs a lot. We're not even going to have enough magicka to do it. Oh, actually, we will be able to do it. I lied. There are secret techniques. Turn this off. Turn it on. Sleep. And we still have an hour.
We drink to our youth, to the days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done.
It's cool painting.
Drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back
That's
our
cool.
home.
Giants Club on the wall.
Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will
Oh, there's the oven.
and we'll sing.
Good boy. Just the way he sits down is funny. I guess we're as ready as we can be. Oh my god, I barely had enough gold to afford that room. All right, let's go get it, Sabercat. I guess I could have cast my weapon and then slept as well. That's okay. Atronach is used so that we can, for this build in particular, so that we can use the Summoning Pact and be able to cast Sabercat. Because Sabercat cost, let's see here, it was 410 Magicka. And that's with the cost reduction of Atronach. So that would cost us 820 Magicka normally without Atronach.
I welcome you, Fred. Take a look.
So it is very, very necessary for us to be able to cast the extremely long-lasting spirit summons. We're going to do a couple bandit locations here first, and then we're going to go take on a certain area. How's the cost balance? Is it made to be very late game summon? No, it's because we're using the Summoning Pact from Clavicus Vile's Blessing. Normally you would just have to stack a bunch of sources of conjuration cost reduction in order to cast something like that. But because we're using Atronach, we're able to do it without stacking all those benefits. Because with things like Necromancer's Amulet, Conjuration, Effigy, things like that, you can get large amounts of cost reduction pretty easily. What's up, Acidic? Oh yeah, we're having fun with it. As long as it stays fun, we can play frequently. We're going to do a few Solitude Bandits real quick. Just a couple. We're just going to do Wolf Skull Cave and then Ironback Hideout. And then we're going to be doing Shadow Green Cavern. Yeah, the pack just makes them super expensive but last a super long amount of time. That's why it works really well with the Atronach, because you get the Magicka to be able to do that right from the start. And then they last, once you get a couple perks, you do have to get a couple perks so that it scales properly. And then once you get those perks, summoning one of these guys, they last like an hour. And then you sleep, and then you still have them for an hour. Because if you're playing with vanilla, or not vanilla, but I guess like Requiem's, vanilla Requiem's timescale, which is 10, then every time you sleep, you only lose 6 minutes on your buffs. So if he lasts an hour and 7 minutes, then when I sleep, he still lasts an hour and 1 minute. Oh, wow. The stamina drain with Shrouded Armor is like non-existent. Did I hit my guy?
You start running so I can stab you in the back.
When you think of a bandit to put a silver scimitar on, I was thinking Urbanons instead of the Elven sword. What should you got so much? Maybe one of the guys from the Deathbrand quest could have it. But is that still level locked at 20, or can you still do it at any point? No, it was just low on health. When they get low on health, they go into the downed state. I feel like, what's his name? Halden, instead of having the Nordic mace of lightning bolts or whatever, could switch it out for like a silver scimitar. I think that'd be fair because he's technically a pirate. I feel like that would be the best person to put it on, because then you can still get it like fairly early-ish. Like you could go do that before fighting undead, and then you can go fight undead after that. I think that would be the best way to do it. I would do an unenchanted silver scimitar. I actually have a plugin, not ready to go, but started, I should say. I already have a plugin started using weapons of the Third Era for a glass scimitar, an ebony scimitar, and a silver scimitar that I'll eventually be incorporating. The annoying part of that is making all the freaking traded versions. It'll be a while. I wouldn't wait on that. It'll be a while before I do that. You'd be better off playing it as is and then replaying it later on if and when I ever get a chance to make that. Oh shit, he's got a spirit bear. Oh shit, he had a spirit bear. There's a brother Bosmer, too. Yeah, I feel like that would be a pretty good balance. Having Halden with a silver scimitar, probably give a glass scimitar. I wouldn't mind having hand-placed versions of glass and ebony, and also making them craftable. I still think putting wind shear on Nazir would be the best. This way, only if you decided to destroy the Dark Brotherhood, so that it's not locked. But if we didn't want to do that, then I would say give Nazir the glass scimitar, and then the ebony scimitar would probably go to a vampire. The first vampire I would think of, or not vampire, but I was thinking the Daedric pirate guy, but he has the katana? No, does he have the Daedric katana? I think he does. He has Daedric something. Ebony vamp with a scimitar, yeah. An ebony scimitar too. Especially with the ebony armor trait, or the ebony weapon trait, giving you stronger attacks with your armor rating. Yeah, bound crossbow is new. It's not released yet. In testing. Trying to think if there's another late game enemy worthy of an ebony scimitar. The ebony warrior, because he's a red guard, right? That'd be pretty sick. It also doesn't even have to be on an enemy. It could just be a hand-placed location. Actually, I wouldn't mind putting it in the Volkihar courtyard. I think that would be a good place to put it, because you would have to have killed an ebony vampire in order to get there. But it's before you go through Soul Cairn. Definitely don't want to make it Soul Cairn locked. I think just sitting on a shelf in the room where you enter the Soul Cairn, I think somewhere like that would be fine. All right, you need some health, buddy. Ebony Warrior, I think he just spawns after probably just after Road to the World. I think putting it in the Volkihar courtyard would be a good place for it. I think that'd be pretty fair. I don't think he's level locked. I've definitely seen him before level 30 on builds. Or maybe it is level 30. I don't remember. I don't know. I'll be right back. I use bathroom. All right. I think we are ready. We're going to be using these, probably these. I'm definitely going to be using this and this. So I think our stats look pretty good. It's the same face as Nazir. That's pretty funny. Okay. Been a while since I've done this location. I think I've only ever done this location like once. Oh, this is a good place for Sheogorath builds. Got some rabbits in here. Oh boy. This might be too much. Oh shit, using poisons on the bound bow sucks. Oh my god, double reload. Gotta be careful not to reload too quickly. Alright, Sabercat putting in the work. Definitely necessary. My problem is he's not gonna last very long. I unfortunately might have to come back. Yeah, I don't know. I think this dungeon is appropriately locked for the armor that I put here. Alright, very nice. And we're going to have a Spriggan boss fight too in here, which we're definitely not prepared for now that we've used so much of our magic. Sure hope I can get back up there. Oh, I think I just circled around. Yeah, our summon's about to wear off. This is a Shadow Green Cavern in Solitude. Not a very well-known place. Because there's literally no point in doing it unless you're playing with my Shadow Green armor mod. I don't know where the other Spriggan went. I just kind of want to get a feel for how much we're going to have to prepare and come back for. At least the damage we're taking isn't, like, too bad. I have a healing potion going right now, so the damage we're taking is pretty minimal. I wonder if they follow out. I fucking hope not. We might be in trouble. Oh my god. That bitch is tanky. We're gonna have to spend some resources here. Please don't follow out. Alright. Well, we're going to have to come back to this. Oops, I should not have put that away. It's fine. We'll just travel back to Solitude. Yeah, I don't know. Forn was thinking that having a good armor set here would be too much for one location, but with the added Spriggan boss here and just all the Spriggans you have to fight, it's pretty fucking hard to me.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
And the armor in here is not even like end game either. It's like definitely a solid mid. You could probably push it to late game, but I probably wouldn't be wearing it after like level 20, 25 or so. I wonder if bear would be better. I think having 2 bears might be enough, which means we need to get a Grand Soul Gem. I don't think there's one that we can steal anywhere, unfortunately. It is a very nice dungeon. Let's try with Spirit Bear. Oops, I didn't get the longer lasting one. What the heck? Did I not have Healing Poultice going? Does Healing Poultice and Sleeping not work anymore? I feel like it should. Oh, there's a reason for going there now. There's actually 2 reasons. There is a... I'm a bit light on gold. I'm going to have to go turn this in. I'm just going to go ahead and put this away. We got to do some town stuff. There is a custom enemy in there from more unique enemies. Once you... I think you just have to go to the top and open the chest, maybe? I don't know what causes them to spawn, but there is a large bear that will spawn on your way out, and he will have a random enchanted ring. And then with my shadow green armor, there is a pretty nice mid to late game archery set in there that's worth getting, but you have to kill the boss in order to get the key. But prior to that, there's no Spriggan boss in there. It's just generic Spriggans, and there really is no point in going there. If my main plan originally was to get Spirit Troll and go there, but I forgot that Troll was changed to be an expert spell. If Troll was still adept, then we probably would have no problems. we need to get our hands on a Grand Soul Gem and then make the Spiritualist effigy.
Magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights.
The bear ate a ring. I'll have to make sure use that mod. Yes. Don't forget the Crimson armor too. If you ever do a heavy armor mage, Crimson armor is really nice.
My scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps some more.
We could go do some Forsworn content maybe for
Of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragon Bridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. What about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave.
Forsworn content for potential.
You're dismissed.
That could actually be handy. For potential black soul gems, maybe. Forsworn's scary though with this low of armor rating, and they'll shred through my spirit summons real fast.
Keep that magic. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here's your reward.
See, the next level, it's not going there. We need to get to piercing shot. Piercing shot is going to be really big. Rapid reload's going to be really nice. But we got to get piercing shot. That's 2 more perks. That's probably what our next 2 perks are going to be going into. I feel like if we had piercing shot and 2 bear summons, we'd definitely be ready. And even with 2 bear summons, we still might be able to do it. I didn't use my good potion or my other potions yet, but I might need to get some more poisons. Poisons only last for 3 hits. We should see if Atar will give us his quest.
You wouldn't be a... I told every... Good. I'll have a sack of coin waiting.
Orothime? Why does he send you to Orothime? That seems pretty fucking random. Ugh, I do not want to do Orothime. I mean, getting the necklace would be nice. And actually having Irvin on Scimitar would be... Oh, you know what? Actually, getting Irvin on Scimitar might be a good way for us to fight the Spriggan. If we have 2 bears distract, then we get Irvin on... And then we use Irvin on Scimitar and we get lucky with some fire procs. We might be able to do it. Tricky. That's for sure. Might just be worth getting 2 levels. Let me see if he has a bounty for us.
Come on in. Let me know
Oh yeah, Acidic. It will be a lot easier on the Dagon build.
I'll send someone up. Welcome to the Wink. Let's sate that app.
Because you'll be able to
Here.
get the fire damage to prevent...
The Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
To prevent the regen. That's going to help a lot. Maybe I should just like switch to Dagon real quick. That's the strat. We go to College of Winterhold, go to Enthier, purchase a Charm of Dagon and a Charm of Clavicus Vial so we can switch back. Honestly, that is a really cheesy way to do it, but it would make it a hell of a lot easier. Like, have the charms ready, do the Vial summon for extra long, sleep, wake up, Charm of Dagon, Go kill the Spriggan. And then we're good to go.
I welcome you.
Switch back to Vile. Only filled Grand Soul Gems? I think a regular unfilled's still like 4,000 gold. I really do need to get a another Soul Gem though. That part is rather unfortunate. We actually really do need another Grand Soul Gem. We've already done Whiterun treasure chests. That's how we got our first one. I'm just trying to think of any other good places to check. Might actually be worth going over to Dragon Bridge and maybe doing some of the smaller Forsworn areas. Let's go do Broken Ore, and then we'll run over to Dragon Bridge, do a couple small Forsworn locations, and then we'll make our way to Orithime from over there. Yeah, Binkongrike is just very out of the way. But that's always an option when you need a Grand Soul Gem for certain. Oh, I updated STB widgets, so now it actually has the active effects on here too. No limits. Tells you the full number of how long those things are lasting. It's funny. Ooh, I like the little transition there. Wow, I like how many options you have here. Very nice. The reason you always trade with caravans? Mostly just because they have a lot of items that are worth buying, and 3bfTweaks speech or barter is very much a true barter system where it's more beneficial to buy something so that they have gold so that you can sell your stuff. So it's more like you're trading your items for them, really. You make your gold from doing quests like bounties and just exploring, because you get gold from chests and stuff and enemies. So our main source of gold isn't coming from actually selling items that we find. Hard to read on stream. Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't help with the rain killing YouTube compression. But the compression from YouTube is horrendous. I don't know if that's true, Acidic. I think that was a part of a mod that did that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that one, but I feel like that might be part of the trade and barter mod. Yeah, I know Enthier for sure has tougher prices. Trade and barter is one of those mods where it kind of like, you get so used to playing with it that it starts to like engrave its features into your mind thinking they're vanilla. It's like, oh, being the same race gives you a bonus or whatever. right. We got all this going. It's good enough. Time with more unique enemies, ghouls, dungeons. At this point, I have no idea what it is in vanilla. Yeah. Anytime I see like a named enemy, I'm just like, is this more unique enemies? Nah, we gotta do some. We gotta do some more preparation for the Spriggan. We fought it just a moment ago, and not strong enough. What's up, Nikos? We're doing a testing out this new bound crossbow plugin that's in the works. Oh my god, it keeps moving. And so we're doing bound crossbow with spirit summons. It's a nice smack on the ass. But the main cheeky part to this build is using Atronach. We're Bosmer, Atronach, Clavicus Vial. This was Demo's idea that I saw him commenting about. Pretty sure it was Demo. But you use your Atronach Magicka to be able to cast a Summoning Pact Spirit Summon. Like you use Clavicus Vial Summoning Pact. You're able to cast a Spirit Summon. When you have some of the Conjuration perks, they end up lasting for like nearly an hour, or in some cases over an hour. And then you can sleep, get all your Magicka back, and your summon still lasts for a good amount of time. So it's basically like we have a little spirit buddy with us the whole time. And then we cast our bound bow, and we let our spirit distract, and we attack. Right now we have the Ranger effigy, but I'd like to get the Spiritualist effigy because we're trying to go clear out Shadow Green Cavern so that we can get the Shadow Green armor set that I made. Oh, how did that miss? I tried to go there already, but we were not strong enough at this time. Oh my god, you fucking moved. Got him. No, I did not make the armor set for my builds. I made the armor set in general. It's uploaded on my Nexus page. I've actually never used it. Just like I made my Shaman armor set, used it once, haven't used it since. I made the Ancient Barbarian armor set that's in 3bfTweaks, never used it until like a couple streams ago. Still haven't used the Crimson armor set that I made. I have used Old Gods. But Old Gods is way too strong. It needs a heavy fucking nerf, which it should be getting.
You won't leave here alive.
Your kind has no place here.
This is why I knew it'd be over once we got light weaponry. Headshots do not do extra damage now. Light crossbow, light regular bow for bound weapons. Super nice. What? How'd that miss? No way. Dodge perk. Using the dodge perk gives you a brief moment of an additional 100 movement speed. That's how it functions. Okay. There we go.
When I find you.
My god, I can't jump up on these rocks. Can't. Oh, there he is. There we go. Let's see, using the dodge perk here gives us that boost of movement speed. Also, angle strafing helps too. Like here, I'll turn, I'm aiming here, and then I'm using the dodge. That's where that extra movement speed comes from. But you can only use the dodge while, like, reloading and aiming if you have the ranger perk and you're using a light crossbow. Technically, you can still use the dodge, but it just won't really do much because your movement speed will be severely lowered by reloading or aiming with heavy bows, or when not using the if you're not using the ranger perk. We don't have it yet. God, so much Nord meat. My movement speed is low because of bound armor. I don't have my crossbow out. 93 does seem kind of low in shrouded armor, though. I feel like, but I guess that's right. Pure Restoration build was fun. Eventually I want to try a Pure Alterationist. I think that would be fun. Alteration is definitely one of the more fun schools, though. Didn't we see that same painting somewhere else? This Weebs of Skyrim. Was it in Astrid's cabin? That's where it was. It's pretty funny. It has multiple locations. I'm doing a pure alterationist, probably Mora. If alteration doing like as like the main defense or something, then probably like Azura. If I'm doing like an alteration hybrid build, then Azura. Can't remember which way you're supposed to take to get in here. Here we go. I guess I'll use my knock 2. I don't know what else I'm really planning to use this on. I'd rather get some insights now. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, getting to 50. That's pretty solid. Maybe we won't be perking evasion for a little bit, but getting evasion 25 is pretty good. I need to decide if we're actually going to do alteration or not. If we are, probably start leveling that. Yeah, we don't do that in here, Zeagle. Okay. Next perk's going to be really nice. We're not too far off either. We could... What's... This one's 75. And then rapid reload is 60. Reduces weight. Rapid reload is pretty good. Oh, this only costs 50 now. I thought this used to be 60. I think we'd probably go up to level 55 marksman first. Read skill books to get to 60, and then focus all into conjuration 75. I think that's probably the plan. Do I care about doing Orphan's Tier? It's kind of far away for just a couple small chests. I think we're fine just turning this in as it is now. And we'll run over to Dragon Bridge. See if we can't get lucky with some Forsworn. Ugh. Those video files get quite large. When I actually do video recordings, I use a very high bitrate. Makes my files ginormous, so I definitely do not keep them.
Do you? Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here's your reward.
All right. So I think we should probably do alteration so that whenever we get to like 75 alteration, if we're like in the middle of a dungeon, we need to get magic back, we can. Will also be good for getting like mage armors and stuff. If we have enough perks for the alteration stuff, then we can get some longer lasting. We can even get some or a duration even on our conjuration spells. Let me check here real quick and see. Just this, bare minimum. Conjuration master. Probably want that. Want these. Probably Mystic Binding. Yep. I just realized the evasion perks don't really affect crossbow, do they? You can shoot ranged weapons faster when running. It should add reload faster, too. Yeah, decrease the effort to draw, but unfortunately we can't decrease the effort for reloading because it's usually going to be overwritten by any CR. There's going to be a lot of perks. Evasion is kind of bait, yeah. This build's going to use a lot of perks. Not going to have perks to spare on this one. I'll have to take Marksman and Conjuration to 100. I might not take Alteration to 100. I usually don't do 3 skills to 100. If I did Marksman and Conjuration to 100, Evasion to 50, and Alteration to 75, that puts us at level 31. And then with Ogma, we only have to do like 1 Black Book to get enough perks, which I guess is fine. If we end up doing full 100 Alteration, then we'll still want to get one more. We'll still want to get 1 Black Book for getting Absorption perk. So yeah, I guess we could do that. And that only takes us level 33. So I guess Marksman, Conjuration, Alteration to 100, and then just Evasion to 50. Probably just grab the Finesse perk. And then if we did like more Black Books or Extended Path potions, then we could maybe go to 75, like Combat Reflexes and whatnot. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right. Off to Dragon Bridge. And our next level is going to go into, or our next perk will go into Marksman. Honestly, our next 3 perks probably going to Marksman if we're focusing on getting Marksman to 60. We get Marksman to 60, and then we'll be able to get the faster reload perk, which will be really nice. I guess if we did want to get an extra summon, we could put 2 perks into Conjuration and get Cognitive Flexibility because it's level 50 requirement, right? For the first one? That's also a consideration. I think we should just do no limit, right? Just show the full timer on it. There's the Forsworn, like, overlook. I forget what it's actually called, but there's like the little overlook spot where we can fight a couple Forsworn. See if we get lucky with a black soul gem. If not, I think it's probably better for us to not use the extra long summon. I think Sabercat's going to be better because I feel like he's going to be more evasive and knocking them down more frequently.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. Fate is the name. I keep the inn. Sure thing. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
And Atronachs sure do have to spend a lot of gold, don't they? We got Spirit Sabercat going.
Something different about you, I can tell. Hope you ain't here to cause trouble.
Guess I should have put bound armor on.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
There we go. Make our way over to Orothyme as well. I think the Overlook, yeah, Dragon Bridge Overlook is what we're looking to go do. The old Lala Classic starting location. I don't think this is the most advantageous way to get up here. Going around the back is usually better. You have a better vantage point, but hopefully we'll be alright. Chill Wind Depths. I don't even know what that's spiders, right? I guess we didn't alert them, so not too bad here. I think he sent the other one flying off the edge of the map. While that is hilarious, I was hoping to loot them, Sabercat. Oh, I guess we can get a lot of Breton meat by fighting Forsworn too, which is nice. Bound campsite win. Let's see here. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. This is the weapon we need to kill the Sabercat. Kind of cruel that there's a lot of ale from Forsworn. You need that on mage builds. Normal cat behavior. Yeah, true. That is normal cat behavior. Okay. There's another small Forsworn location right outside of Markarth that we could do. Cliffside Retreat. I don't know what that is. I don't remember. That's Bound Armor. I believe... I can't remember what his name is on YouTube, but he goes by Lens on... I think this is just regular Archer Place. He goes by Lens on Discord. He made this cool visual replacer for Bound Armor. He even did one for Sunlight Cloak as well, which looks really good. Oh, at least we'll have an easy travel point for Liar's Retreat. I guess we'll go over to Orothyme, and then we'll try to make our way over to Markarth after that. Yeah, the small camp near the Orc Stronghold, exactly. We can try and see if we get lucky there. I don't really know of any other small camps. Yeah, Kitty Tail does some really nice visual replacers. I use all of her stuff. It's catfight. Bro, I swear, sometimes bound weapons just go through enemies. Damn it, we hit the fucking mud crab instead of the cat. Got him. I guess we're working on alteration then. Man, that almost levels us up too. Ooh, we're approaching from this side? I don't know if I like that. Also don't know if I like how low he is on health. I'm not going to have perks to spare, unfortunately, to recharge our healing staff. But I guess I might as well get some use out of it, right? Before we sell it. Okay, that really just flies over their head. I tried to, like, account for it falling down just slightly, but it really doesn't. I think it actually shoots higher. Very strange. I feel like at this point we could just remove the weight now from bound crossbow, because after you get some, like, decent stamina regen, It doesn't matter how if you're using a light crossbow, you almost never see it drain stamina on reload. Broad daylight assassin. Yo, classic Skyrim. Just, you know, with a spirit saber cat in the mix. It is kind of neat, like if you were to be like a sneak archer with also having a spirit saber cat as like your pet, because they're silent as well. Ah, there's Unconus. I couldn't remember what your YouTube name was. He was lurking. He was waiting. He was waiting to be called out. We're using your bound armor replacer, which looks amazing. I love it. I heard him shoot, but from where? Oh my god. What perfect fucking timing. Bro. I love this cat. All right, third person, definitely not it. Uh-oh. Wow. We hit fucking hard. Jeez. Ooh, I like that for a, we're in a tight spot. Oh, yeah, we need to get a summon staff. We need to get like a spirit summon staff. That would be pretty OD. Because, if you don't... Oh, what is with this build? Why? Why do we keep getting peerless and high-tier jewelry that does nothing for us? Come on. We were meant to be a sneak build. Like, we were meant to be... Oh, wow, the Sabercat actually came in here and killed the archer first. We got a peerless dexterity ring early on. We got a sneak necklace early on. Now we have a freaking peerless sneak ring. Nah, I'm not going to go enchanting. But yeah, Clavicus Vial works. The summoning pact works with staves, which is pretty funny. And scrolls. Really OP with scrolls. Man, at this point, I might as well just put a point in sneak and then wear all this gear that we found. Just go full sneak archer. Get the effigy that makes our spells silent. Get Aura Whisper. Or is Aura Whisper already silent? I don't know. And just go full sneak bound crossbow. Would fucking work too. This is a good time to get this perk. This is true. You can craft staves without perks. That's a good point. But the scrolls would be the better ones. Watching out for wildlife spawns. Be hilarious. Dual slide it. Oh, bro. That's honestly, you could do that. That would be hilarious. Should we? It is rather tempting. I don't see why the pact wouldn't work for both.
Now, ain't this a surprise? You won't live to see.
Did the cat just go straight for Irvanon?
Take
Oh my god.
Come on, let's see what you've got.
Only I didn't shoot my own fucking cat. Dumbass.
Shogorath madness take you. You're dead.
Yeah, I guess this was added to F-Tweaks after all. I don't know if it always has, but I don't know if bound weapons altogether work or if it's just the arrows and bolts, but they actually break wards. Ooh. We need to get a horse. .3D chess bear trap placement. It really did work out. And the fact that we got the stun too was just chef's kiss. It was absolutely perfect. Yeah, We definitely almost died here. There was a version of this where we got hit by a forward power attack trying to run away. For sure. So we did get rather lucky. I was just thinking, oh wait, there's a random soul gem spawn here. Maybe we'll get extra lucky. Fat chance. All right. Oh, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. We are leveling. Alteration. Ooh, nice little level up. How is this so high? Oh, I bet it's counting my sources of range increase, like the 16% here, and then from the perks. That must be what it is. It's like 10, 20, 30. I wonder if like the piercing shot perk also is counting for some reason. Ooh, I didn't know about the 50% resistant to stagger. That's relatively new. I think... we want to go Summoner's Insight. So then our next perk can be this. Yeah, because if we get to level 13, we for sure get Cognitive Flexibility. And then if we get a Grand Soul Gem, then we end up with 3 Saber Cats. Or 3 Bears. Or a combination of such. Then we're definitely golden on taking on that Shadow Green Cavern. Yeah. Light armor, best way to have full HP and still say you nearly died. That's basically what light armor is. It's very much the don't get hit tree. That's why it's called evasion and not an armor. I am going to have to end here, though. My dog is finished up at the groomers. So we are going to end stream here. Oh, that wasn't enough to just take one of these to move around, or I'll just go sell some shit. We're going to go ahead and end here. I'll probably do another stream later today. Probably later tonight. Yeah, the troll army is going to go freaking hard. It's going to be insane. Imagine just having like 4 trolls. They just never die. Just our followers at that point. So I'll probably be doing another stream later this evening, later tonight. And then won't be able to stream again till later in the week. So that's why I wanted to try to get another one in today. But all right, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.